Thanks for tuning in to Know Wine in No Time. I'm your host Dave, and today we're talking about a wine called Picpoul de Pinet. And Picpoul is an interesting grape that is cultivated right on the coastal Mediterranean, and it's grown in limestone-rich soil, which actually brings out the best expression of this particular grape. And it is planted in an area called Étang du Thau, and that actually translates into the Lake du Thau, or the Lake of Thau, in that particular area. Now, what's interesting about this particular grape, Picpoul, it actually has three different spellings in France, and the first two really relate to what most people are most familiar with, and that's Picpoul, or Folie Blanche, which is actually the grape used to make cognac and Armagnac, and that's the distilled spirit that we see from just above Bordeaux. But this particular wine, Picpoul, when it's translated into English, it actually means the lip stinger, which is quite interesting because this particular wine is high in acidity, light in body, and incredibly aromatic. This wine also has one other interesting quality in that this wine neutralizes salt and iodine. So guess what? When we think of seafood like shellfish and crustaceans, this wine is absolutely perfect with that because in neutralizing the iodine and the salt, it becomes a perfect partner to those dishes. So let's take a look. In case you're in a wine store and you pick up a Picpoul de Pinet, let's look at exactly what you're going to get out of the glass. Now, this particular Picpoul de Pinet comes to us from Hugues de Beauvignal, and if we look at this particular wine, the first thing that we notice is that it is completely transparent in color and maybe straw yellow, very, very light, certainly not on the golden side. If we swirl to liberate some of the aromas, this particular wine leaps out of the glass with beautiful spring flowers and just a hint of apricot and a little bit of peaches. Really, it smells summery. It actually smells sweet, which is quite deceptive because of what's about to come. So remember, we do call this the lip stinger. Let's get a little taste. Now, when Picpoul de Pinet rolls across the palate, it kind of presents itself almost into a tangerine type flavor. Then it kind of fades into a little bit of lemon and has an interesting lime kind of back palate. So all citrus fruits. So think about what we were talking about in pairing this with different seafood. I always like to say if you would squeeze a lemon on your dish, then wines like this are actually perfectly paired. So Picpoul de Pinet is another grape that's probably off the beaten path, but it's one you may want to give a try. So that's all the time we have for today. I'm going to enjoy a little bit more of this Picpoul de Pinet, and please tune in next time, because soon you'll know wine in no time.